Clown! Drop the sword, now!
Please, Sir Knight, I know not what thy weapon—
Shut up, creep! You're going in!
Hey, sword boy. Looks like you're gonna be spending a little time in jail. How do you like that?
Hey everybody, welcome to the first ever episode of Hamburger Theater, the strange world of B-movies, bad movies, cult movies, D-movies, exploitation flicks, Z-grade pictures, and everything in between. Today, I will be talking about The Lords of Magick, directed by David Marsh and released by Prism Entertainment, the first name in quality. It was released in 1989. So what this is about is an evil wizard, Salad Tin, who steals a lady who's a princess and rockets through time. So we meet some magic? Okay, we meet some magic men who are brothers, who are named Mike and Ulrich. Their names are not important. Those are the characters. There's another guy who's like a magic enthusiast, but who isn't these days, right? Check out Mike and Ulrich while they fight evil, clad in leather, jackets, headdresses, leather upholstery. Salad Tin is an evil man who steals a lady and rockets through time. Goes through time, and these two wizard follow him so they could save her. But they gotta stop him, because one of them is kind of frisky with ladies, but the other one is just, he just wants to be a good wizard. It's a great film. It has received numerous accolades. It has the most imperceptibly interesting special effects you have ever seen in a home video release from the late 80s, and who am I kidding? Just by telling you this, I'm amazed that you still don't want to watch this movie. Okay, let's be serious here. The Lords of Magick is probably one of the weirdest bad movies I have ever seen. There's just something about it. You can see how much time was put into this movie in terms of the special effects and maybe the makeup. And the premise is actually not all that uninteresting given the year that this movie was released. On top of all that, you're left with just like the shittiest script, and it just stands out on top of this really heartfelt production. I mean, the settings are even, well, the sets except for the medieval time set, which just looks like cardboard with print on it of a stone wall. But you only really see it for 20 minutes at the most, I think. But my point is, this movie has a heart. It's just really fucking hard to find. But when you find it, it is there, and you will thank yourself for finding it, and then you will rip it out, and then eat it in front of your friends and your family.
Michael, can Sal read that proclamation?
Not well, but is that word princess?
Salatin has hidden her among these lunatics. We shall liberate her and deal with Salatin when he comes for her.
I shall be ready with many powerful spells. Come.
Okay, so there's a sequence when the Wizard Brothers stumble into a community theater production of a musical called Princess and the Pea. It starts out as a gag, but it turns into a plot device that introduces the Wizard Bros to Dan, the magic enthusiast guy, who I think is named Dan. I'm just gonna call him Dan for the rest of this episode. I don't know. The Princess and the Pea gag is as meta as this movie will ever get. So, instead they hang out outside in the alleyway until the show is over and the cast and crew leave to go home. That's a pretty long time if you've ever been to a community theater production, which you probably only would have been to if one of your friends or family was in that production. So Ulrich, the bearded man, grabs the lady who played the princess in the play to determine if she is in fact the princess. He realizes she is not, at the price of being seen by the entire cast strong-arming a lady. The Wizard brothers finally get that they fucked up, so Mike decides to freeze everyone with his magic powers, and also they don't have to fight them because he just froze them with his magic powers to avoid having to fight them. Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Now keep in mind here that the wizards are still in the alleyways of late night Los Angeles. What's the worst that could happen? Of course, there's another gang around the corner looking for vulnerables. Well, it's a good thing our favorite main characters are wizards. It's too bad that they can't just, magic their way out of this fight, like freeze them or something. I don't know. But hey, this is where the interesting bit happens. This is what I saw in the movie that grabbed me and never let go. The wizards fight them, which is good, it's expected, but the spells they use are just a delight to see on screen. Mike shoots lasers out of his chest, his hand, and fingers. The lasers are interesting since the actor playing Mike paws his hands in a pedaling motion and the magic of movies fills in the rest. Not long after, Mike calls a spell that does something, and what looks like manta rays appear on screen, just floating for 2 seconds, which distracts the bad guys. And there's a lot of manta rays. And of course, Ulrich's sword gives off sparks every time another sword hits it, which is a lot of times. And there's no reason why. It doesn't make it more powerful. It just means that he is magical. And we can't forget that, as they're magic brothers. Magic. So, before you can even digest any of this at all, a shirtless man screams through the window to keep it down. I guess he's seen a lot of these alleyway fights after his community theater productions of Princess and the Pea. Then, I guess he figures out what's going on, because he hears a spell that seems familiar to him. He then corrects their spell by yelling it out the window to help the Wizard Brothers escape the fight. This conveniently transports them to his bedroom. Hey, it's that lady they tried to fondle earlier when they thought that she was the princess, but she wasn't. She lives there with that guy. Some stuff happens. Then the guy asks the brothers something that elicits a response that is indicative of their questionable moral compass.
What does it take to be a real wizard? What indeed?
Like that's gonna help. Don't you just love our main characters? These wizard guys have proven to be a real joy.
Betray my brother.
Thou hast no brother. Pledge thyself to his doom. I am his death.
I pledge myself and my magic to thee, Lord Salatin. Command me as thou wilt.
Thou shalt know what to do. Now, fornicate with thy whore.
I heard you talking to yourself in the bathroom.
In thy name, Salatin.
Okay, so the wizards in the movie might not be the greatest of people you will meet in your life, if you ever meet a wizard, but that isn't the message to take away here. You want to watch The Lords of Magick because it teaches you magic. It teaches you how to live as a sorcerer, or a magician, or a sorceress, or a magicianess. I'm not putting labels, you're putting labels. This is meant to enrich your life. This isn't meant to encroach upon it. This is supposed to be something that will make you think better of yourself. Free up some parking spaces. Do anything that you need to do to make your life better. Don't believe me? Listen to these spells. Remember them. Repeat them.
Drotsab Oyapukewa.
The
City was never old.
Babyloni.
Michael, think of something.
At
least do
Take us where it's cool and green,
Take us where it's cool and green.
Let us by evil be unseen.
Let us by evil be unseen.
We whom Merlin sought to teach, give us refuge, we beseech.
We who Merlin sought to teach, give us refuge, we beseech.
Salad Tin does not want you to see this movie. He wants you to think that this movie does not exist. This is what I am telling you. To be a true hero, to be pure of heart, it takes years and years of dedication and practice. Or just recite 3 little words and become an evil sorcerer for life. It's your choice. Regardless of your choice, you'll be slinging spells in no time. Using my wizard power, I can sense your question being formed right now. But Andre, I found the movie and I'm ready to watch. Do I invite people to my home for such an occasion? How'd you know my name? Whatever. Yes, invite people to your home. It is always better to learn in a group. You better get some snacks though. All that magic will get you hungry. I recommend some chips, dip, salsa, potato chips, sabi peas, root beer, normal beer, thinly sliced ham, cheese wheels, turkey club sandwiches, a side of au jus, potato bake, sour gummy worm, pancake fritters, squeaky lettuce, Safeway frozen hamburger meat, cracked wheat bread. Oh shit, I can't remember what I'm gonna say. I didn't write it down.
I know not what I wept, I know not what I wept, what I wept, what I wept, I know not what I wept, what I wept, what I wept, I know not what I wept, what I wept, what I wept, I know not what I wept, I know not what I wept.
You have been listening to Hamburger Theater. This was a production by Andre Couture. Additional production by Benjamin Marks. All audio from the film is meant to aid in discussion and review of this film. The film I saw was The Lords of Magick, directed by David Marsh, written by Sherman Hirsch and David Marsh, released in 1989 by Prism Entertainment, starring Jarrett Parker as Mike, Mark Gauthier as Ulrich, and Brendan Dillon Jr. as Salad Tin. Hungry for more? Look for Hamburger Theater on the webs real soon. Thanks a lot.